Hi, and welcome back to the hangar. A quick disclaimer as we work on stuff, remember this is an experimental aircraft, and so the tools, techniques, and materials you'll see used are approved only for experimental aircraft, and really only approved for me on this aircraft as the repairman. So with that, we'll get started. We should be dry. Yeah, it's pretty good. And that's where we're going to end for the day. Let this glue dry, and then we'll work on that seam, and then we'll fit it up, shrink it, paint it, finish up the brackets for the gun, and we're going to do some stuff with that gun too. So it's going to be pretty neat. This is how I had the gun installed originally, a bolt running all the way through, and this is poor even by my standards. So here's the plan. Instead of this old mess, that leading edge material with a hole in it, we're going to make us a backing plate, and we're going to take one of those bolt holder thingies, place it inside of it, rivet it up to the edge, and then we'll put it through and the bolt will go down. It'll just be in the top, and that's going to be enough. What we're going to do with these little plates, now we've got them rounded out, is we're going to put these Rivnet hickey flodgers on there. And what these will do is well, let's see if I can bring this in a little bit. What these do is they'll actually set in there, and then we can put a bolt in it, and it'll hold in place. Now, a lot of folks like to make fun of my poor little vise that I never have locked down, but the truth of the matter is I find it a lot easier to have it to where I can move around and do stuff. See if I've made this hole bigger enough around. Alright, so let's just talk about what we just did and why we did it that way. See, the thing here is that gun, that's the front two mounts for that gun, and that gun pulls up. So what we did was, the leading edge material is pretty darn thin. So, well, leading edge material is pretty darn thin. So what we did was we made a backing plate to go underneath it. So whereas when the gun pulls up, it's got this big flat area to work with. And I'll keep from pulling up. Those 4 little rivets there, they're just there to hold the plate in place as I tighten it down. It's to keep it from moving around. That's the only thing those little rivets do. As you can see, the second one went in pretty easy. The first one, because the stuff was all wavily, didn't want to work too well. But we got it, so that's done. Now we can move on to this.